Hey guys, welcome back to Mindcrack. It's been a couple days, it's actually been about a week since I've been on here. Not on here, but since I recorded anything. And I actually recorded some stuff, and then I decided, like, when I was editing it, I really didn't like it. Kind of got boring, so I figured, you know what? Let's scrap that and do something different. So that's what we're doing. But in that time of doing so, we have been pranked. There's only one person in the entire world who would do this, and that's Sofa. That was weird. Sofa's definitely here, and she has used our netherrack of all things to do so, which is kind of funny, and it's going to require some retaliation. But that's not all she did. You'll notice that all my trees are slightly leaning to one side or the other, and it's not just the small ones. No. It's all of them. It's even these stupid big ones. Oh, so we need to retaliate in the worst way. Now, last episode we did some villager stuff, but since then I've done a lot of things that I did a bunch of farms, and basically I want to go through those stuff. So I got some end stuff from the town and put that there so we get some chorus fruit things going. There's a little chicken farm over there. It's semi-automatic. Under here, we have started to do a lot of villager stuff, actually. Let's go in. So, I've got a whole bunch of guys here. We got a couple more that I have bred. I got one ready to go. And a couple guys here. So, these guys, we've got trades down to 1 emerald for a pickaxe, shovel, all that. This dude here, I have him just so I could trade like kelp and stuff, which is pretty good. And these guys I have just for quartz and quartz pillars, 1 emerald a piece. Over here we've got like Fortune 3, I've got Silk Touch, we've got Riptide, and a bunch of like channeling, a bunch of stuff for the Tridents, and that's gonna come in very useful shortly. Some of these guys, like this guy here, Unbreaking 3 is still very expensive. But what I've done, for most of these guys, you can see this. Like, mending is 4 emeralds and a book. Loyalty 3 is 1. I think Silk Touch was 1 as well. Yeah, Silk Touch was 1. So what I've done is I've actually converted these guys and then converted them back so we get the proper trades. Over here, I've started laying out our first building. Now this isn't done yet. I'm just working on a pallet, trying to figure this out. So this is going to be the greenhouse area. Basically, what I want to do is have a bunch of like lab type buildings. And this one, there's going to be 2 rings here, so there'll be a little bit of a gap. And we're going to have like an entrance, and then this will be a giant dome with, you know, trees or whatever in here. It's going to be all of our farming type things. So what I've done back here is actually made some carrot farms. We've got some villagers doing their thing. This is a pretty basic farm. There is water in the center, so this all stays hydrated. And this dude is going to pick carrots and then try to once a day or twice a day, however often it is, try to throw carrots to this dude, but it gets caught in the hopper chain and ends up down, you can't see it, ends up down there. I've got one dude in the top one here. And we're going to do 1 more set. He's sitting there. And that's what the other guy is for. The another one that's in there. He's going to come up here right away. And we're going to get this guy. So we got 2 things planted. Because they don't produce a lot. It depends on where you're at. Like in association to this. But yeah, it's free carrots. Which we're going to use for either emeralds and or making bone meal or whatever. One of the other things that I built was a little farm area. So here we've got cactus, which is just being broke down and sent around. Here we've got melons and pumpkins, and then a bunch of kelp. These are all kelp. Now, basically what happens, these all flow into one system. They break. This is the same system I use on Vintage Craft. When one of these goes up too tall, it hits a observer right there, and it breaks just like the ones that are around it. And it triggers actually 3 pistons, whatever, knocks it down, goes this way, into the water under here, and into the center channel. So that one goes around, channel, up. And you can see we're getting, I mean, I've used cursor a few times, so we're getting a lot of stuff here. Kelp is good because, for one, it's free fuel. I'd like to make this auto burning, auto whatever smelting. But right now I'm just doing it by hand. And then we can actually, if we want, if we have excess, we can trade it here, 10 for an emerald, which is a little rough. But I mean, it is completely free, basically, because we use kelp to smelt kelp, so it doesn't really hurt. And kind of lastly, I have built a Trident Farm. So I'm out in the middle of the desert here, and I found a really awesome area. So I came out here, built this farm. This is kind of a similar one that we've used on Vintage Craft before. Let's pop out here. I can kind of show you guys if you haven't seen the thing before. Yeah, it's a pretty basic design. Yeah. We have... Whoa, okay, yep, okay, yep. Okay, it's fine, bud. So basically, we have a spawning platform, or a spawning area. It's all covered up on the top, so this can work in the daytime as well. The buttons are here to prevent mobs from spawning, since we can't really have much light here. And these guys will spawn up here, fall down, hit this, and eventually they will target this egg. They walk through here, don't fall in, and they fall in our little hole. So then we can go down. Ah, that's not what I wanted. We can go down in our little hole here, and we can kill our dudes. I've also got here a couple of clerics just for trading rotten flesh and stuff. Stuff we get out of here. I mean, we can trade gold ingots that we get as well. And so it's a nice way to get extra emeralds, or I mean, like glowstone, redstone, etc. So the reason I built this out here is... Oh, night blessed. So the reason I built this out here is if I go down, it's kind of hard to see at nighttime. Can we actually see it even? So this is a little village that's below this. Oh, I'm gonna die if I fall. Over this way, just over here, is a pillager outpost. And just beyond that is a coral reef. So what I've done is I've built this here, so we can kind of make this, there's another portal up top. We can kind of make this a area for doing farming. We've got lots of sand and everything out here for getting glass or concrete, whatever we need, which we're going to use a lot of today. And I'm thinking about building an emerald farm out there, which would be super awesome. We don't really need it yet, but I mean, it'd be nice to just have free emeralds. We don't have to trade anything besides killing the guys. And then our coral reef, I have been going through it, and I have been ripping it apart, using the coral, using the blocks, and we're actually going to build a little bit of a shop. So back at our base, we have a bunch of stuff here already reserved for a shop. So I've gone ahead, I've got a bunch of tropical fish, I've got a bunch of the coral fans. Now, I'm not getting a bunch of coral, which is weird, but I do have lots of fans. We've got quite a bit of coral blocks, and I've got sea pickles, I've got a bunch of tridents. We've got enough stuff to do a couple conduits, as well as, well, this is just decoration stuff that we're going to take over there with us. And basically, what I'm going to do is we're going to go and build just a little entranceway, kind of, little entranceway pond with a little ruin thing on the top of it, some stairways down, kind of a Greek little column thing with some stairways down, and we're going to dig underground. Well, so what I had to do is acquire a location. And after a lot of searching, I was able to talk to a fellow Mindcracker, and he decided, well, he's not playing anymore, so I have his shop. Basically, we talked to Doc Jones, who had this a spider shop, and he said it was cool to take it. He is no longer here. So I have basically claimed a little bit of an area here, and we don't have all the room in the world, but I've got from basically this block this way in a pretty long square cube rectangle. That's the word I'm looking for. Pretty much back to like here, like back to these blocks here. And obviously I have to watch for this stuff, but it's like I can come up in this area. So what we're going to do is we are going to build a giant pond type thing. But first what I got to do is take the shop down. Do you mind trying to do something? Alright, make me mad. Make me mad. Let's go. Ow, really? Sure. Thank you. And just like that, that shop is gone. So now I gotta figure out how to terraform this. I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna do, so I think what I might do is take all these trees out for now. Yeah, it's gonna kind of suck for over here, but I'll put them back after. We'll re-terraform this. So I want to build this into a hill here. So I think I'm going to have to take all this down. Yeah, I think so. Because I can't do like a third-party camera, I'm going to have to take some of this stuff down and kind of bring you guys back throughout. So yeah, I'll be back shortly. So this area is kind of tricky because I have to flatten it to get like a kind of a palette. Normally you have like a pre-built hill, so you like can do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put, this area is kind of where I want our like pond-ish to be. And these 2 blocks are centered to what we have available, I think. That's what I dug out underneath anyway. So that's kind of what we're going to use for our center. So I kind of have to build this area up. So what I'm thinking about doing is building like maybe a little bit higher and then kind of going like this maybe. And in here, putting a small pond up top and then having that water flow down into our pond down here. But I gotta build that up a little bit, and I don't know if I can on this guy's spot. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of creativity there. And then this needs to be center. So then I kind of have to build our wall kind of going like all the way around like this and then down without going, I don't want to go past this line here. That's kind of like my limit because that's, well, it's not that somebody else's plot, but this is open and I don't really want to use it, but like this stuff is claimed, so I don't want to touch their stuff. So we'll break those blocks off. Those are just a marker for now. Yeah, so I have some work to do. This is kind of confusing. So the problem that I'm having is I have to build a mountain. Well, not a mountain, a small hill. And I gotta put like water, like this is gonna be all water here. This kind of denotes where I'm gonna put like our little area. And then I wanted a wall here, which we're gonna have to obviously do some stuff with. But the problem that I'm having, so I've got this pathway to worry about. I've got this person's shop to worry about. Below us, there's a shop that's from this. It kind of stretches to about right in here somewhere. And I've got this side to worry about. So the center to my base, or to my shop, is actually these 2 blocks right here. So it's not centered anything this way, which is fine. But like, it's kind of weird. So what I'm gonna have to do is like make it so that way this pathway maybe like changes. This shop's coming out. This is no longer here. So what I can do is actually make this path kind of go more close this way and then around maybe. Like I can come through here and kind of loop better. So that way there's more room maybe. I don't know. But what I gotta figure out though is, well, I think I'm gonna do the water first because this is okay for now, but I gotta start shaping it. I need andesite, I need a bunch of different bricks and stuff, and I gotta start putting some color in here, but I gotta get some water in here first, I think. I think that's what's throwing me off, is actually trying to get this to like look like it's gonna work. And then I'm thinking about maybe putting a fountain up here. So like, not a fountain, a pond. Initially I had this, you can see I had this actually way back here, but it was so far away from the road, which might be okay, but the problem is that I'm worried about is that there's a lot of space here. Someone's going to put a shop there, right in our way. So I don't want to put it back too far because then it's just going to be like, oh, here's a shop here, and then I have to have like a small pathway, and it's going to look like crap. So I'm taking up more room than I should. But if I put a little sitting area up here and maybe put a path like this way and like a lookout here, maybe this will be okay. Maybe. So I'm thinking about putting like a small cliff here and then filling this back in with dirt so these people don't realize this is actually new. But yeah, I gotta finish shaping this. So I think what I'm gonna do first though is start putting in the actual water area and seeing how that goes. So very slow. This is taking so long, but it's good. We're about to put water in here. Now I don't have a lot of detail in here yet because I am not 100% sure where I'm going to put like our stairway thing. So what I'm going to do is I want to have, these are center blocks. I want to have it so you walk up here and there'll be like a, I don't know how we're going to get out to it, maybe a small bridge, something like that. There's going to be like a Greek, I don't know. I want it to look like you know, an entrance to an actual fish tank, like a, you know, crumbled down ruined thing that you'd find in a fish tank. And then the stairs are going to go down into the actual shop. So I guess let me fill this with water. Oh boy. Alright, so this is where this kind of stuff gets super fun. Because now we have to start making like this more interesting. This is boring little pool of water and it doesn't do anything for us. But what we can start doing is putting some flowing water through here. And ooh, that looks bad too. Let's shape it a little bit. For like a show, maybe one like this. There we go. And we'll just fill this in a little bit down here. I need to go one more. I want it wider. Let's go up. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Okay, so there's one. I want to put another one over here, and then I want to kind of put maybe just a small pond here, actually, with it just kind of spilling over. That might look cool, actually. This one over here, though, I want to put... So these blocks, you might notice this. This is a claim we have, and unfortunately, I have to remove this claim in order to have flowing water. It's just a safety thing so no one can wreck our junk. But I'll put them back after. But for now, it's just so we can't, like, no one can pour water and have it come into our claim. The only bad thing with that is anyone can build here now, which kind of frustrating. But no one's going to because we're going to finish this tonight. But yeah, so I'm going to put... Let's say I put it right here. Ooh, I always like to put it 2 blocks in. So, like that. And I don't have water on me. One of these. I like to put it 2 blocks. It looks like it's coming from somewhere. And that one I kind of want to be... Don't want it straight in. Ooh, I actually don't mind that, actually. I don't actually mind that. I hear zombies. He's probably below us because I just took a lot of torches out a minute ago, so we probably have a mob farm below us. And then I want to take stuff like... Where is it? Polished andesite. And we're going to go like this, actually. So andesite. Because I think this looks like rock that's... Or, you know... yeah, rock that's been like washed away by this stuff, you know? And I like it. So, we're gonna go like this, one of those maybe. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Alright, it's getting there, it's getting there. Starting to get a little bit of shape. The one thing I gotta do is, I gotta go through this. There's not really a way to do it. This kind of plot, I hope this person's not gonna be okay with this, but what I want to do is kind of like, maybe lift part of this up for them. Well, I can't. I probably can't. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna be able to fix that for them, but I'd like to help them bring it up a bit and kind of attach it to mine. But what I gotta do, as everybody knows that has seen me do stuff before, we need leaves. I don't know if I actually have enough. Let's see. We gotta start putting leaves down. So that's what I'm gonna do next. And then once we've leafed this place, like I like to have like, you know, hanging leaves in the water. What is it? Not ivy, but like kind of like ivy, you know? Just to help bring some color. And then we gotta put... You know, bone meal in here. We're going to start putting some coral in because obviously we sell coral. And I got to, you know, figure out what to do up here. I've also gone ahead and just put a basic pond in here for now. I'm probably going to bring this up a little bit and then fill this with dirt. And maybe make like a seating area or something here. Kind of some kind of viewing area. And up here, we have lots of work to do. I can't leave this like this. This has to be reshaped. So that way there's like a little bit of a hill here. That way, nobody's mad that I ripped apart a lot of ground here. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. But I think it's starting to look pretty good. So, a little bit of color, and we should be sitting pretty. I think this part of it is complete for now, at least. So what I've done is I've gone through, added some color. We got some bushes here. We've got some dead coral around, just to kind of give it a little bit of extra, I don't know, little look, little texture, I guess you could say. I am going to texture some more of this with some more cobble around, some more andesite. And, you know, I was thinking about this, so I did these ruins like I always do. And you might have seen this at our base, actually. I've actually built a little bit of a similar thing there. That way I had kind of a template, because this was really tough to figure out how to actually shape this. As you can see, it goes up over here. There's a little bit of a pond here that I'm not done with yet, but I wanted it to like kind of shape so it fit. And, you know, it looks pretty natural here. And then you see, oh, you know, the pond looks kind of nice. And it actually fits relatively decent in the landscape. One thing I want to do, though, is I want to put, like, a modern sign. The problem is, if I put it where I want to put it, this tree's going to be in the way. I was thinking about putting it... Putting it right here, going up. So it would be black concrete behind, and then it would be quartz letters that say Aqua. That's the name of their store. But if I do that, I'm not going to be able to see it from here, I don't think. So what I might do is play around with a bit of a sign, and maybe we'll do it, like, at a square, so you can see it from like over here and over here. I don't know if we need to see it from here as much. Like, you'll see the sign and be like, oh, what is this? And you might not read it till you get close. I'm not sure. But what I gotta do now is I gotta build our little structure for the way down. And I was gonna use quartz, but it really clashes. Like, it's like really really, really bright if I was to do it. So I'm thinking about just using brick and making a little bit of a, not a castle, but like a little bit of a entryway. So let me play around with that, I guess, because I don't know how to do it. I think I'm ready to put the sign. Now what I've done is I moved this tree. I left the bushes and stuff here. You know what I realized? Polished andesite has slabs and stairs. Forgot all about it. Basically what I've done is I've made a little ruin here, which it kind of blends in. So I don't know, but if I put what do you call it, quartz, it stands out a little bit too much. So I'm not sure. I might have to play around with this a little bit or do something because it's very blends in with the background, but it's nice. You can walk over. It's gonna have a stairway down, which obviously is still water. I'm gonna probably put glass in here, maybe glass here, and then try to figure it out so it doesn't look like it needs to look kind of natural. So this one needs to be glass maybe, but it like needs to be dry. So I'm not too sure yet. But so what I'm gonna do, I want to put the sign. I don't know if we're gonna keep it or not, but I'm gonna put it right here. So it's gonna start with the A here and go up. And yeah, I think it'll be all right. So let's well, we can kind of do that together, I suppose. I've been cutting quite a bit simply because this is a pain. I don't really know how to approach some of this stuff. So, you know, we don't have much choice. All right. So I think if I remember how to do these letters correctly, it's going to be, let's put it here. So it'll be up one like this, two, one of these, and then I guess I need some slabs. Slab over. We'll go down. Let me just build this up. And it'll be here. So our first letter is going to be, oh, not like that. Not like that at all. Like that. It's gonna stand out, isn't it? It's gonna go high too. Well, we're gonna try it. I don't know. So we're gonna do the U, which I believe. So everything's gonna be. Can I do this? So we're gonna go here. Let's go like this, actually. Like you. Whoa, jump boost over here from the. What do you call it? Oh my god. The jump boost from the beacons is frustrating to deal with. So it's like this. Up. 2. And do I have, you know what? Give me a sec. Okay, let's try this again. So from here we go, I think it's let's do a block. We're gonna do another block actually, and then we're gonna go. Is this gonna be right? I think it's like, oops. I think it's gonna be like, was this right? Yeah, one block up. Okay, it's one block up, so these two can come out. Let's break that one and this one. This is gonna be stair like that, and then a stair like this, I believe. Two up. 2 up. I think this is right. I think. That's one too high. There we go. I got it now. It's a solid block here. This has to be lowered, and then this is a slab. That makes more sense. And then let's go. Oh, let's go up a little bit more. We'll finish off our last letter. So we go again. 1, 2, like show. Fall down. We'll just do this up like this, and then one more of these. We'll break you and you. Letter goes there. See if we can get. Oh, yeah. Okay. Like, it'll look all right, I think. I don't know. So then the last thing I want to do now is, I don't know if I have enough black concrete. I did bring some powder, I think, so I can make some more. We'll probably actually need to. Let me make a little. Let's just go to the water over here. So the last thing about our sign is black concrete. I don't know if I'm going to like it here or not, but I guess it doesn't really matter. So for now, we're just going to back it completely like square to it. And then I don't really know how we're gonna light it yet. That's gonna be a trick. But it'll probably look okay. It's gonna have very contrast though, a very stark contrast. Let's go one more up, I think. I might have to go one out all the way around, but we'll see. And I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It needs light though. It definitely needs light. Now, how am I gonna light this thing? I don't mind it though. So how can I light this where it's not too obtrusive? I mean, it's not terrible. I don't know if I don't know sure if I like the sign or not. I really don't know if I like the sign or not. It'll work for now. For now, I'm gonna leave it. I might actually put some blocks on the bottom here just to kind of like short up a little bit. But like I don't know. Let's take these out like so. And yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do for now. Why was there string right here? Okay. So I think for now, this, guys, unfortunately, is I think where I'm gonna leave this for today. I've got a lot of work left to do here. Obviously, we have to do the inside, the basement, all that. But what we're gonna do for the basement actually is we're gonna capture some guardians and bring them over, which means we need to go do a desert temple or a water temple. We're also going to bring some drowns over here, or create some drowns and give them some tridents. So I got lots to do in the next episode. But for today, I'm gonna leave this here. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys very soon.